2008, transactions in California increased over 26%. So when people ask me, like, when is this market going to change, I have to say, okay, what market are you talking about? Because in this, the distressed market, you've got huge increases in sales. In fact, the problem there is a lack of inventory. Here's a look at the non-GSE or jumbo share of new mortgage originations. In the middle of 2006, 73% of the originations in California were jumbo. In fact, we had jumbo loans in Sacramento, right? What did it take to be a jumbo loan? Over just anything over 417. By the end of 2008, only 13% of the new originations were over the conforming loan limit. And then here's just another look. A heads up, just from the policy perspective, the role of the government-sponsored enterprises, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, has been put on the back burner in Washington until February of 2010. But please just heads up for that discussion, debate, research, and weighing in at that time, because there's a lot of reforms that need to happen, absolutely, but there's no doubt that we need some type of a government-sponsored enterprise to keep the flow of mortgage money going. And again, I think I think a lot of the changes absolutely had to happen, but in a market like we have today, the only reason we've got transactions being completed is because we have Fannie, Freddie, and FHA and VA. The private sector, as you know, has not been understandably enthusiastic about being involved in this market. We asked the buyers, how hard was it to get financing? On a scale of 1 to 10, 9 and 10. Share this with your buyers and tell them, heads up, why don't we get super duper pre-qualified before we go into this process, and they'll make it easier at the end because it's really competitive to get the desirable properties. This slide is very, very disturbing, and there's been a lot of discussion about financial literacy. 19% of the buyers admitted they were unsure about whether they knew about the terms of their loan or not. 2% actually said they didn't understand the terms of their loans. And you've got 1 out of 5 not really understanding what they're getting into. And that's ridiculous, right? That is just, how about some personal financial accountability here? Don't sign anything you don't understand. Okay, so that's a little bit of an overview, if you will, on buyers. The first website they go to, 40% of them, is Google. Very important to Google yourself. Make sure there's nothing there you're not completely 100% happy with. Google your clients. Find out a little bit about them, because they are, and see where you are in placement. And I know Gina spent a lot of time figuring out where Intero comes up when there's various searches and so on. The second website that they mentioned was Realtor.com. When we asked what was the first real estate website that you went to, Realtor.com. Realtor.com is very, very important. Over the years, it has not been, in my view, warmly embraced by our industry, and yet when you talk to consumers, they absolutely love it, and they use it. Most useful website, again, Realtor.com, 1 out of 3, but 23% said the most useful website was your company website. And that's why so many of the resources of this company are being reflected on the website, because it's so important. Individual agent's website, 20%. Why? Well, it's obvious. You're telling them about the local market conditions and what it's like to live in those local communities. They can't get that anywhere else. They can't get that on Realtor.com. So it's the local data that is so important. Then just an open-ended question. What sites did you visit? They could answer as many as they wanted. 89% mentioned Realtor.com. 81% mentioned Intero or the real estate firm. 66% mentioned the agent's websites. And again, I don't think we can overemphasize the importance of those sites. What do you need to have a great website? Well, it's not rocket science. You need to have a zillion pictures. When people say, well, what's the optimal number of pictures? pictures? My answer is like 100. My answer is as many as humanly possible. I think the idea is it's not like 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. I mean, that's the advertising of the 50s. Today it's, here's what Sunday brunch looks like on the patio. Here's what Saturday morning at the farmer's market looks like. Here's the caravan of moms dropping their kids off at the elementary school. That's the kind of information that a buyer wants to know. Virtual tours, neighborhood profile, the ability to contact you, but not as a firewall to get info, but as a, by the way, really happy to provide information for you, contact me. Automatic notification of listings and maps and directions. So those are the key things that you want to have on your site, functioning in a very user-friendly way. Why do they like the internet? These answers are, I think common sense. It's more control, understanding the process, understanding values. All of the things that they mentioned are pluses for real estate agents because it's less work for you when you're working with an educated consumer, right? Information is power. This is an interesting question. We said, how useful was the information that you gathered on the internet? And 46% of the buyers said the information on the net was less useful than the information provided by their agent. Isn't that pretty cool? Almost half of them said that all the stuff on the net was less useful than your information. Why? Because you know the local stuff. You put the stats in context. There's not a lack of data out there. There's a lack of mixing it up with your personal goals and personal family situation and helping you make a great decision. So I just thought that was amazing. What do they do on the internet? They're looking at homes and they're finding agents and finding firms, all that normal stuff. This is another amazing result. How did you become aware of the home that you actually bought? Now, wouldn't you think they'd all say, well, I saw it on the internet? 9 out of 10 are saying, I became aware of it through my agent. I mean, that's pretty insane. 11% of the buyers are Googling you. The internet buyers, it's 14%. That will be going up. Okay, Gina made a great joke about all 2 of the readers of the San Jose Mercury News. The reality is that newspaper advertising just doesn't have the bang that it used to. We asked them, did you look at print to search for your home? And only 13% of the buyers said yes. 10% of the internet buyers did. 24% of the traditional non-internet buyers did. It's not overwhelming. Here's a look at how the answer to that question has changed over the last 4 years. Even the traditional buyers, we've gone from 35% of them saying, yes, I did look at print, to only 24. Look at the internet, 15 down to 10. So again, really focusing more resources on the web is the way to go based on this data. Okay, how did you find your agent? Well, the internet buyers, without, 85 out of 100 said, I found my agent on the internet. The problem with that response to that question is, well, they may have found you on the internet. They also may live in an area that you farmed for 20 years. So they kind of know you already. So I don't think that this should be interpreted as most of the buyers aren't going to see or respond to the advertising I do, because I know that's not true from all the other research that's done by us and others. For sale signs are important, farming materials are important, repeat business is important. Why did you select the agent that you selected? First time, repeat, they're all interested in getting a good deal in the distressed market. They all want someone who's responsive. They want someone who's an aggressive negotiator. That seems to be something that doesn't get